So this is the prototype for the house. We built this before we started that, and it was just a little trial run really to see if that kind of the overhanging eaves worked and the sort of window style with the wood, the cladding. I definitely recommend doing a little trial run like that. If you're doing a big project, definitely.
But this is a kind of a trial of a modular construction technique. But I suppose a lot of the time when people think of off-site construction and modular construction, it's kind of got from one place and a factory that builds these panels. Quite often they're whole walls. They need to arrive on a big lorry, be craned in. So we're trying out this idea, and it's building on things that a lot of other great companies and organisations like WikiHouse is one that's really interesting, and also Studio Bark, U-Build, who've got these kind of systems that they've been developing for basically small modules that can be built basically by self-builders requiring as simpler tools as possible. Going back to thinking about what's the simplest way we can do this. So these boxes here are actually made by cutting a sheet of either OSB or panel vent, which is like a breathable panel system. Just cutting a sheet in half. You can do that really easily with a what they call a rail saw. It's just a handheld saw, and you have a long rail that can cut that in half. And then you just nail gun these together. They take about half an hour to make per box, and all of the materials can be lifted by one person in the making, so you can build them all entirely with just one person. And you can vary the depth depending on how much insulation you want. So then you can put whatever insulation you want in here.
It kind of mostly confirmed what we did want to do, but for example the insulation inside, we tried using warm cell, which is like a spray in newspaper, chopped up newspaper, and it's quite a complex technique, and we realised it just wasn't for us. So then we switched to a different type of insulation.
I think the other thing that I really realised, you'd think that there'd be one or two principles and then you could just simply apply that to everything, but almost every detail in every house is a different situation, and some are constrained by height, some are constrained by the existing build-up and might, say, not be breathable on the outside. And so yeah, it's really a matter of tuning it to what you've got, and also tuning it to a budget.
So yeah, it's a really good way of working through ideas.